sit in my library with a book entitled The Construction of Languages. I notice some pony opening the door, but as the words fly by, I forget to look. I can feel a presence behind me. I glance at them for a second before I finish the paragraph I'm on. I see Pinky, staring at the book I'm reading, a quizzical look on her face. I stop reading and look at her. She has already turned to me and is leaning closer to me. Lick. I sit stunned for a second as I process what Pinky just did. She licked my face. What? I open my mouth to ask why she had done so when she closes my mouth with her hoof, instead pointing to the book. I look at the book as she closes it and motions over the title with her hoof. The Construction of Languages. She leans close again and licks me once more as I try to connect the two instances. Language. Lick? What is she doing? How are they connected? Language. Lick. Language. Lick. Language lick. Language lick? Lick language? Lick language? Aha! She's trying to make a language out of licks. What? She looks at me with pleading eyes, as if she knows I realize what she was trying to do. Am I really about to do this? Lick. Yes. Yes, I am. Pinky looked at me a little surprised with a big smile on her face. I look back, shocked that I'm actually doing this. She hugs me. I start to think, what should be the first word in this language? Probably a greeting? How about hello? I turn to Pinky. How do I convey what I want to make a word for to Pinky if I can't talk? Charades. Yes, we can act out the word until the other gets it. Then assign a lick onto the other pony. I put my hoof on Pinky's back and lead her, stepping out the door. She gives me a confused look. I look at her with a smile and nod. I knock on the door, then point at her. After a few seconds, she gets it, nodding back. I close the door and wait for her to knock. I open the door with a smile, and instead of saying hello, I lean close to her and lick upward an inch from her nose. I lean back from the encounter, and she smiles at me, letting me know she understands. I lead her back inside and go over to the chalkboard. I write down hello, a vertical lick upward, 1 inch to the left or right of the nose. I point to Pinky, indicating it's her turn. Pinky thinks for a second before coming over to me. She looks downward 1 inch from my nose, then waves at me and walks away. Goodbye. I write it down on a chalkboard. Pinky nods, confirming I got it right. Aha! That's our next word. I nod at Pinky before licking her upward on her chin. She nods before licking my chin from side to side, shaking her head afterward. Yes and no. I lick her chin upward, confirming my understanding before I write them both down. I should be next. I point at my eye with the hoof before I lick horizontally under Pinky's right eye. Pinky gets it immediately. She points at me before licking horizontally under my left eye. I and you. I write them down and start to think of the next word. How should we handle names? Aha! I go to Pinky and point to her twice, trying to emphasize that it's her. I lick on her left cheek, a P for Pinky, and on her right cheek, a P for Pie. She licks upward on my chin before licking my initials onto my cheeks. We make a great team! I write down names, write initials on cheeks. I point at Pinky, letting her know it's her turn. She thinks for a second before pointing at herself a bunch before she pokes my right cheek twice. It's not I or you or her name. Me! I write it down and wait for her confirmation to start on the next word. Maybe a nicety? Please. I do my best pleading face, hoping she gets it. I lick the left side of her neck. She licks yes. I write it down and double check with her, making sure she got it. She stares at the chalkboard for a few seconds before her face changes to I have an idea mode. She comes over to me and licks please before drawing an ampersand on my cheek. Then she licks my right side of my neck before licking you. Please and thank you. She just did 2 words at once. Amazing. I write them down and Pinky nods with a smile. As I think of the next word, an idea comes to me. Maybe we can include physical touch in general and not just licks. I hug her, then lick me. Pinky looks at me confused, so I repeat the process. Pinky hugs me, letting me know she understands. I write down hug, a hug. Pinky looks back and forth from me to the board thinking. Pinky leads me to the door. He opens it and points outside. Outside, yes! She leans close and licks a long line from the edge of my mouth on the right side to the side of my head. I note and write it down. Pinky shakes her head at the board, then erases side from outside. Oh. I think about what should be next. Let's do A. But how? It's a common phrase. What phrase has A and words we've used? That's it. I look above her nose, a vertical line outward between her eyes, then hug her, then I lick, and then I repeat the lick for A after I finish by kissing her on the cheek. A hug and a kiss. I can do 2 at once too. Pinky blushed and stared at me for a moment before nodding. I write it down before turning back to Pinky. She looks so cute when she's blushing. Pinky looks at me, then the board. She licks I, then licks her leg, then licks you. I lick you? Pinky repeats the motions, but this time for the middle one, she licks upward on my lips. Now it's my turn to blush. I wonder if Pinky thinks my blush is cute. I write it down and Pinky nods. I notice her blush is still present. What about numbers? Those are important. I think on it for a second before booping Pinky. She looks at me confused. I hold up 1 huff, then boop her once. Then I hold up 2 and boop her twice. I repeat it a 3rd time for 3. Pinky nods and I write it down. Pinky boops me 3 times, then twice, then once, then starts zooming around the room at high speeds. 3, 2, 1, go! I write it down and Pinky looks yes. I can use go and clue for the next word probably. Aha! Go together. I lick go before I pull us together, holding us and walking around the room. Pinky smiles at me before I lick go again, then lick a loop-de-loop on her left cheek. Pinky licks it back on me before she grabs me and walks us around some, nuzzling my cheek. I blush. That feels nice. After we finish walking, I write it down and Pinky nods. I look at Pinky for the next word. Pinky starts walking on her hind legs, striking familiar-looking poses and kissing her muscles. She acts very muscular. Pinky comes back down on 4 legs and boops me twice before licking a V under my right eye, then licking you. Iron Will? Will you? That's it! Will! I write it down on the board in Pinky nods. Pinky's depiction of Iron Will inspires me. I decide to imitate Photo Fish. We. I try to convey we go. I flip my mane before mock pushing Pinky in front of me. I lick go. Pinky seems confused. Maybe she wasn't there. I lick 3 vertical lines on her right cheek before licking go together. Pinky's face lights up. Nice! I was about to go write it down when Pinky kisses my cheek again. I blush and I don't know what to do, so I kiss her cheek back before writing the lick for we down. I like that a lot. I look back at Pinky, noticing her blush. Pinky licks go before licking a V under my left eye, then licking me. Go with me? With. I write it down in Pinky nods. We are on a roll. Should I do something similar to Pinky? How about us? I lick to Pinky, you and me, hoping she got it. She points her hoof back and forth between us, nodding. I lick a U on her right cheek. Pinky looks it back to me before licking yes. I write it down and look back at Pinky. Pinky looks at me as a blush forms on her face. What's she thinking? Pinky licks I before drawing a heart in front of her, then licks you. I love you. I write down love and she nods. Pinky repeats it, this time replacing the heart with a kiss on the lips. So that's why she was blushing. Does Pinky like me? I write it down and she nods. I kind of want to kiss her again. Do I like Pinky? Ah! I lean in and lick I love you before holding up 2 hooves. I love you too. She nods and I lick I love you again before licking a U on her left cheek. Totally wasn't an excuse to kiss her 2 more times. I write it down and Pinky nods again. Pinky looks at me and wraps her hooves around me. She licks I love you. I'm confused by her not adding a word, so I lick back I love you too. Pinky licks no before shaking her head. She licks I love you, tilting her head when she kisses me. Oh, she leans close and licks Twilight Sparkle. Will you go out with me? I blush fiercely as I think of what to do. I did really like kissing her. Does that mean I like her? I make my decision looking, yes, kiss me. Pinky kisses me passionately. I reciprocate with my own newfound passion. I made a good decision. We break the kiss, and I can only think of one word to lick to Pinky. Love, 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 love. Pinky looks at me as we both stare at each other, blushing madly. She licks one word to me. You.
Thank you for listening, every pony. Feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to know when I post more content like this. Feel free to follow me on TikTok, Patreon, X, and Discord. Links in the description. And should you want to join my new nation, feel free to join the Shade Hollow, my Discord server. Good night, every pony.